Welcome traders to this new video where we're going to be looking at how to build a winning trading plan. So as before, many times over, I have stressed about how important a trading plan is when it comes to the longevity of a trader. It's difficult to actually make it in the market without a plan because you need a plan in order to identify, exactly what you're going to be doing, when you're going to be doing it, and then how you're going to execute it. So really it comes down to the preparation and the visions that you set on yourself as a trader. So when setting visions, you want to make sure that you be realistic with yourself. So be realistic with exactly how you think you're going to manage risk. So exactly what spot or scenario or certain situation you're going to risk with the specific amount, and then how you're actually going to find that and then execute that. So obviously building this plan with realistic visions is obviously is going to help you make better decisions and easier decisions when it actually comes to the actual trading side. Because when you sit down, it's quite easy to get lost in the charts and find many things online which can sway your decision, even when in a trade. So it is really important to make sure that we build this plan to make better decisions for the long term. And also using one versus not using one. Now personally, I have not used a trading plan and carried out trading actions, and by doing so it really does you've obviously got no boundaries, you've got no risk parameters getting into the market, so therefore it's going to really be difficult to stay on track or stay disciplined because you're not going to have any rules for yourself. So it's not easy to actually trade without a trading plan. A trading plan is very simple, but we do need to use one in order to become a better trader. Now, while there are many different trading styles online, different traders, different markets, all sorts of different conditions going on, as well as investment styles, you want to try and identify the exact trader that you want to become or mold into when it comes to actually building styles, etc. So you want to really be specific if it's a long term or a short term trading plan, what you're going to do as a trader, and then start to create your system of exactly how you're going to operate as a trader and what you're going to be doing as a trader. We also want to try and understand how to value risk on a trade. So I've kind of covered this already. It's it comes down to exactly what you're going to first of all, what trade you're going to find, how you're going to be able to identify it is an actual trade through your trading rules, and then it's like a tick list, and then how much risk and how much if that trade is worthy of actually placing a risk on your capital, because you do want to have a strong sediment of exactly what it is that you're going to reward out of the market on that specific trade. So you really you need to understand the value of a risk on a trade, and then how that ties in with your overall trading plan. Now next, you really do want to try and find your edge. Now the edge is a super critical point when it comes to trading profitability. Now if we actually look at the profitable traders, they all will carry a certain edge in the market, whether that's a small edge or a very big edge. You need to try and find ways on what works and then try and replicate that as much as possible. You will have certain attributes that do work in the market, and you want to try and find the perfect frequency and balance point, exactly how to execute those edges that you have in the market, and then you can work on building a better overall trading style and plan as you go along. But make sure that you actually try and allocate where the edge is going to be. Are you a better short-term trader, or are you just a better swing-term, long-term perspective, looking at the weekly and the monthly? If there's a certain spot where perhaps it's the chart or the technical analysis has shown a breakout on a trend line, the way that you've drawn it on the candlesticks and potentially at the bottoms of the wicks, and then there's a certain pattern that you recognize, then try and document and journal those things, and then try and create an edge around exactly what's happening and where you can find the better profitable trades for you, whilst keeping that edge and maintaining a good performance. You want to also be very much looking at the bigger picture. Whether you are a short-term day trader or long-term position trader, you want to really hone in on being at one with the market, but also keeping a bigger picture, keeping your mind open to the bigger picture and the bigger realm of trading. And that's obviously going to help to handle the stress of trading, because it is very mentally hard work. It isn't physical work, but it is mentally hard work, especially when going through periods of drawdown. Maybe the market is going sideways. So yeah, definitely keep the bigger picture in mind when you're documenting, going through your trading and building the trading plan. Now, many traders do try and copy other traders online, which isn't necessarily a bad thing on paper, but in the reality of trading, I've been through it myself where I've copied many other people, and it just doesn't work, because you don't have your own handle on the market. First of all, you're not finding any of the mistakes that you're making. It's just other people's mistakes, and if you're copying certain traders, then it can lead to sort of emotional negative effects, whereas if you build your own trading style, your own habits, your own plan, then you're going to be able to actually become a trader to suit your lifestyle, your habits, and how you actually want to trade. You don't have to just be a short term or a long term. You can be a mixed all-round trader and have that nice balance between the two. You don't have to fit into a certain category. You can basically find what works from many other trading styles, many other plans, many other successful traders that already have what you want, and then build upon that knowledge and try and curate your own style, and then do what works for you, essentially. And finally, you want to create detail and outline your routines in your plan. So creating a routine is nice to forward plan exactly when you're going to be trading, when you're going to be looking at the markets, and then allocate time for research, education, and back testing. And if you can follow some easy principles on a day-to-day basis, you are going to build more knowledge, experience, and better growth within the market if you can sort of forward plan and envisage what you're actually going to be doing on a day-to-day basis. Ideally, you want to try and keep it easy, so an easy system to follow with critical steps, exactly how you're going to find trades, what will allow you to actually place a trade, rather than just putting you need to find a breakout. Have exactly 3 rules as to what you need to see for that breakout to occur, and then for that to be a sufficient trade setup in your eyes, for then to pull the trigger. So be very clear about what you want from yourself, and exactly how you're going to be doing it on a trade by trade basis. And then finally, also, you want to try and be able to evolve with the market, as the market is adapting and changing on a day-to-day basis. Over the years, traders will need to increase their skill level, get better as traders, because the market is always adapting, evolving. We know that the market is being manipulated in certain ways, certain spots. It's very obvious to see that where a lot of the majority of the stop losses are, they get hit, and trying to always get one up on the market or try and chase losses is obviously a very bad idea. You want to try and stay disciplined and take the trades as they come. If it's a winning trade, great, close down the computer. If it's a winning trade, great, close down the computer. So as you go along through your trading process, and as long as you maintain discipline, you want to try and just ever so slightly evolve your skill habits and then try and become better. And whether that's changing a certain frequency of trades, or looking for more confluences, or looking for certain confluences that meet certain different requirements in different trading setups, then it's how you evolve, and how you become more skillful as a trader as the market goes on. So be able to evolve. Don't be stubborn, because it can lead to many years of failure if you are trading with a plan that isn't sufficient, or you have got the wrong mentality, wrong ideas, not enough clear structure as to what you're going to be doing in your plan. So be able to evolve, and then sort of be critical on yourself, and effectively monitor your own actions is how you're going to be able to improve as a trader. So that's it for this trading plan video. Be sure to check out the other blogs, and stay tuned for more videos to come. Trade safe.